so we get this. But we're at a very critical point right now for the year. We are halfway done with the year, or we can say we have half of the year left, half full, half empty, whichever way you want to look at it. But this is the time where we really need to buckle down and figure out what we want to do. And we only have 6 months left to make it happen by the end of the year. So I wanted to do this call because our team, I've noticed, it makes me super excited and super happy. We are blowing up, right? We've got coaches, signing coaches, their first month in the business. We have coaches popping diamond. We have coaches who are producing diamond coaches. We have coaches going emerald. We have coaches going ruby, which is like super rare. We've got lots of coaches just like doing stuff, which is super exciting. And I wanted to really use this call as a way to motivate those of you who are doing stuff to continue, and also to take what you are doing and duplicate that with your downline and teaching your coaches how to do the same exact thing that you've done, because that is where you're going to see growth, right? It's not enough for you to just hit Success Club. It's not enough for you to just succeed in your business. You should kind of get in that mindset, and this is a mindset that I adopted pretty early on, that I am not successful unless my coaches are successful. However, you do not want to get into the mindset of, if I have a coach who isn't doing anything and they're not successful, then that's my fault, because that is not your fault. If you're their coach, you are showing up for them, you are giving them the tools, you are equipping them to succeed, and they are not doing anything. They're not posting, they're not inviting, they're not doing the trainings, they're not doing the things you're giving them, then that is in no way, shape, or form your fault. But you want to kind of own responsibility for those coaches who are doing things, that you are there for them, that if they're walking, you're walking with them. If they're running, you're going to run with them. If they're freaking sprinting, like they're running a marathon and they're at the finish line, then you're going to sprint with them, and you're going to be right next to them as they cross that finish line and achieve that goal with them. So you really want to adopt that mindset, because first of all, it makes it more fun for you as their coach when they succeed, because you know you did it together. And that's something that I always get like so much joy when I see you guys succeed, because I know that it's a team effort, and that's something like, I don't know if it's the teacher in me or what, but I just love seeing you guys just freaking crush your goals. So I wanted to, like I said, put this call together for those of you who are serious about this. We've got 6 months. It's time to make shit happen. I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to just get down to business with this. All right, sound good? And at any time, if you have a question, feel free to unmute yourself and just ask it, or if you want to post it in the chat, and we will go through them at the end. I already read this. You are all here, so you are one of these things, or maybe multiple of these things. The one I do want to point out, and the one I'm going to be spending a lot of time on, is coaches who overcomplicate everything. This is an easy business. It's also easy to not do. All the things we do are super easy. They're also easy to say, oh, I'd rather watch Netflix, or oh, I'd rather make cookies, or whatever you like to do in your spare time. So you need to adopt that mindset of, this is a business. This is like a real thing. And if I don't do anything, nothing's going to happen for me. You know, like nobody ever succeeded and was like, oh, that was easy. I just like showed up and it just happened. I just went to work and I got paid just because I was there. Like it doesn't work that way. The same thing with this. If you don't adopt that CEO mindset, you're going to find yourself saying like, oh, I don't have to do my Instagram follow-ups today. I'd rather sit with my dog on the couch. But if you switch it around and say, you know, it's not a priority for me to follow up with these people today, then that'll change your idea about what you should be doing, and then you'll probably do it. So a lot of this talk is mindset, and a lot of the big problems that we have are just because we're getting in our own way. You know, like it's not hard, and I'm going to show you exactly why. So the first thing I want to talk about is your vision and your mission. And I know that this may be repetitive for those of you who have heard me talk about this before, but as repetitive as it is, it's super, super important. And it's not just something that you can say, oh, I figured out my vision and my mission, and then just like never revisit it again, because it will change and it will grow as you change and grow in this business. And you have to look at where you are in your life when you're creating this vision and mission. And I didn't even call it a vision and a mission when I started. It was just like my why. What is your why? So my why when I started is way different than my why right now. And a lot of times when we achieve our why or we achieve that goal, we kind of feel disconnected. Like we get there and we're like, woohoo, I did it. I achieved my goal. And then you feel so disconnected from your why. You don't remember why you're a coach anymore because you've already done it. Like, oh, I want to retire from my job. Woohoo, I did it. So wait, why am I a coach now? My goal was to retire from my job, but I did that. So now I need something else. I need something else that's going to keep me here. I need something else that's going to wake me up in the morning with a fire in my belly to go out and help people. And that's something that you should revisit. I think you should really revisit your why every 4 to 6 months, because if you're growing in this business, it should change as you continue to bring more things into your life. You bring more people into your life, and it's definitely important to revisit. So I wanted to split it up into two separate things, your vision and your mission. And your vision is your reason for yourself. Now, it's not selfish to want things. We are human beings. It's totally okay to want stuff. I don't know whoever told you you shouldn't want that. Or I know like sometimes we see people with really fancy things. And I'm like, oh, why would anybody ever need that? Like, oh, like I can't say that I want to have a fancy car or people will judge me because I want these like really ritzy things. But whatever your vision is, it could be completely ridiculous to other people. But if it's something that's important to you and you really want it, like for me, I want a big ass closet with a white leather bench inside of it so I can sit down and put my shoes on and not have to sit on a fold up step stool. Like that's something I want, and it's very specific, but it should be. So something you might want to do, and I encourage you to do, is sit down and write down like 100 things you want in your life. Maybe 50 things, but I'm sure you could get 100 things if you really tried hard enough. And they can be anything you want. Don't worry about what people are going to say about it. Maybe you want 50 dogs and that's what you want, then put it down. But you really want to get specific about it. You want to think about, what is your life going to look like? Where will you live? What time will you wake up? What will you do during the day? What activities will you do? Will you walk to the beach in the morning and sit on the sand and read your personal development while the sun comes up? Like it is like literally specific as you can get. And you want to picture what your house is going to look like and where it's going to be and how many kids you're going to have and all of those things. As more specific, the better, because that is what is going to be a constant reminder of the life you want to live. It's not just about the things you want. I guess I should really say the feeling you want to feel every day. And when you wake up in that house of your dreams, or when you wake up knowing like your life is exactly how you pictured it, that's your vision. No limits, anything you want. Now, your mission, that's totally different. That is what you want to do for other people. So what do you want people to feel when they come to your social media? What is your brand going to be about? Branding is not like a logo and colors and things like that. I mean, yeah, it is, but it's an experience. What do you want people to experience and feel when they come to your page? What are all of the things that you've gone through in your life that have shaped who you are as a person and brought you here? Those are the things that you're going to help other people overcome in their life. And those are the things you're going to be talking about on your social media. Not just about losing weight, not just about eating kale salads and drinking shakes or whatever, and doing workouts that kick your butt. You want to have a deeper connection to it. So for me, an example would be that my mission, and I write this every single morning in my journal, my mission is to empower women to conquer self-doubt and find clarity and purpose in their life. And the way that I do that is through health, fitness, and personal development. So coaching helps me with that mission that I have. And that mission came from being bullied and harassed my entire life through school and college. and having a really low self-esteem and really poor body image growing up, and all of those things that I went through, graduating with a degree that I didn't want to use, like all of that has created that mission that I have. And I'll use that in my posts. I know what my mission is when I'm talking to people. I know when I'm posting. So it definitely comes out in what you're doing. And it's really important that you're super connected to it. So that I wanted to touch on, because I know like you go over this your first call. You're getting started right call. We talk about your goal, your why, your vision, your mission. But for some of you, that was a really long time ago. And like I said, I think it's important to revisit. And for those of you who are brand new, it's also super important to rethink about and always constantly be thinking about, because the more you have it at the forefront of your brain, the better of a coach you're going to be, because you're going to be putting out into the universe what it is that you actually want to receive as well. Shit, what I do. Okay, so this is the next thing I wanted to speak about, and I have a kind of, it's not really a funny story. I guess it's kind of funny now, but when I was just starting being a coach, I thought Diamond was like really hard, and I thought it was like the biggest, highest thing you could ever achieve, and I just made it really hard, made it so much harder than it had to be. And for that reason, it took me a solid 8 months from the day I signed up to hit Diamond, because I just looked at it as this big, giant elephant in the room that I couldn't do, that I could not eat, or you want to say. I couldn't do it. It was just too big of a goal. And I also didn't quite understand what it meant. I didn't understand what it looked like. I just knew like, yeah, it's a thing that I should do. Like I should hit Diamond, but it's super hard because I don't even know where to start. But it's not hard. And once I realized, okay, first of all, what does Diamond look like? Got it. I understand what it looks like now. Okay, what do I need to do? How many people do I need to help? Okay, I know how many people I need to help now. I'm just going to go do it. From that point, it took me about 2.5 months from when I actually was like, I'm going to go for it, and did it. But from the time I signed up, it was a solid 8 months before I actually was ever at Diamond level. And that's just because, like I said, I made it really hard, and it doesn't need to be that hard. So I'm going to show you how you can hit Diamond in 3 months just by hitting Success Club for 3 months. So if you are brand new and you just started coaching, not only are you going to hit Success Club your first 3 months, not only are you going to hit Diamond, you're also going to get that Success Starter ticket to go to Summit. So it's like a 3-for-1 deal here. So why not go for it? And those of you who have been around for a while and maybe haven't hit Diamond yet, I guarantee it has to do with overcomplicating it. So I'm going to show you just how easy it is to do this. All right, so let's do this. And I know those of you who are already Diamond, those of you who are Diamond, this may be like, I already know this, I get it. You know, I need 12 coaches and 8, and I need 2 over here and 2 over there. But this is great for you because this is something that you can pass down to your coaches, and they can pass down to their coaches. And also, once you hit Diamond, it's not over. The same things that got you to Diamond are going to be the same things that are going to continue to grow your business. Just like when you hit Emerald, you just hit Emerald 3 more times and you're Diamond. So that's another way to look at it as being super easy. But we're going to start with you. You're up here. You're this yellow diamond image shape, and you signed your first coach. You've got 1. Now, that's Success Club 2, Success Club 4, Success Club 6. That's month 1. You've helped 3 people, you've hit Success Club, and you have 3 coaches on your team. All right, now this is month 2. Success Club 2, Success Club 4, Success Club 6. Month 2, Success Club. You hit Success Club, you signed up 3 more coaches. The first 3 coaches that you have are still drinking their Shakeology because you got them into a challenge group, you got them results, you added value to them, you helped them find that love of Shakeology, and whether they signed up for the discount or they signed up to work the business, those who signed up for the discount could potentially be like, you know what? I actually believe in this stuff and I want to share it. So don't ever discount those people that just sign up for the discount, because I was one of those people. And then Success Club 2, Success Club 4, Success Club 6, you got a little extra guy on the side. This is your third month. You now have 8 coaches, and now you only have one more thing that you need to do, and that is teach 2 of your coaches how to hit Emerald. So there's 1 and there's 2. And all you have to do to help them hit Emerald is tell them, okay, you have to help 2 people, and you should, if you have a significant other, get them signed up after you get your first coach. Don't have them sign up their significant other first. Have them get their first coach and then use their significant other to create the Emerald. Because if they sign up their significant other and then they never get like another coach, then that's not something that they have to be investing in right now. You know, it doesn't make sense. But if they've got their coach, they sign up their significant other, boom, that's 2. If they have somebody already, they can sign them both up at the same time. But really, you're just teaching them to help their first 2 people. And in doing so, you're getting them their first win. And you all should know what that feels like. That first person that you helped, how awesome does it feel? And then in turn, you are then rank advancing to Diamond. So seeing it this way, breaking it down by 3 months in 3, hitting Success Club 3 months in a row, does that make it a whole lot easier for you? Like, can you go out now and just go hit Diamond? You guys know how to do it now, right? I'm shaking heads. I can't see all of you guys, so yeah. It's so simple, yet we overcomplicate it. I've got a bunch of things in the chat. I cannot see it. Let me see if there's any questions. So simple when you see it. All right. Okay. So I do want to say, though, when you get to this.
I think Taylor has a question. She wrote question.
Oh, I didn't see one.
Oh, sorry. I didn't want to like interrupt, but I just wanted to ask you really quick. Like, if you hit Diamond, is there any way that you can like unhit Diamond, or do you stay Diamond?
Oh yeah, so I was just gonna get into that.
Okay, never mind.
So once you hit Diamond, you are what's called a lifetime Diamond. And what that means is if you drop down to Emerald, you're technically a lifetime Diamond, but you do not benefit from the perks of being a Diamond. So for example, your team cycle bonus is not going to be $18 like it would be if you were a Diamond. It would be whatever your current rank is. I know for some things it goes by your lifetime rank, so that's why they have that. But yeah, so that's another important point. Once you get here, once you get to any rank, once you get to Emerald, you get to Diamond, you get to whatever, you should really not let yourself like drop out of that rank. I know sometimes we can't prevent it, and it's just like we can't we really can't. Like James has lost Emerald multiple times. My doing, so me, because he's not really doing anything. But sometimes it just happens, and you really can't do anything about it. But you can prevent it in some ways by continuing to grow. So once you get to Diamond, you don't want to stop. You don't want to say, woo, I did it. Diamond, yes, all the money is just going to start coming in now. I'm going to like start making the big bucks. I can shower in gold bars. Like, it doesn't work that way. You can't stop, or else you're going to start going back down that escalator going up. You know, you're down or opposite direction of whichever way you were going. You know what I'm talking about. So once you get here, you have to continue to add coaches every single month. And this is for those of you who are Diamond. This is for those of you who are Emerald. This is for those of you who are just coaches right now. This is for all of you. This is for me. This is for everyone. If I don't add to my business every single month, it will decline. Like, I will lose coaches. I get emails all the time. Coach cancellation. Because I get mine. I get yours. I get your coaches. I get your coaches. I get all of them. So I see all of the coach cancellation emails. So I know that it happens. And I can tell you proof that my first 6 months as a coach, I have 1 coach left on this team from my first 6 months in the business. 1 freaking coach left. Okay? If I just said, I got my people, I don't got to add nobody else, I wouldn't be here. None of you would be here. Like, this wouldn't exist. So you definitely don't want to get into that mindset of, let's just maintain, like, you want to continue to build. So what I want to show you now is a solid diamond and what that looks like. Sorry, I went too far ahead. So this is a solid diamond business. Do you notice anything that's different between the regular and the solid besides the glittery X's? You can call it out. Anyone see anything?
2 emeralds on both legs.
Anything else? Anyone?
There's 12 instead of 8.
Yes, perfect. So there are what we call cushion coaches in case for some reason Sally decides, I don't need my shakes this month, or Susie's card declines, or grandma cancels her shakes and doesn't tell you, or whatever. Like, you always want to have extra. And that goes for any rank. Like, no matter how high up you get, you're always going to want to have more than what you need. I remember Janelle Summers was giving a speech. I don't remember where. I remember hearing it, though. And she said, I was pushing for 15-star diamond. So I knew that I needed to have 25 diamonds. And I was like, what? What? But it's true. Because as quickly as people hit diamond, you're going to have some that fall out. And you're going to have some that don't get their Shakeology, or there's an issue or a return. And you have to be aware that these things are going to happen. So in order to help yourself, this is what you want to pick. Like, don't even think like diamond and solid diamond. Just shoot for this one. Just go for solid diamond. Don't stop once you hit that diamond. Keep adding coaches. Try to get 2 emeralds per leg, because it's going to be the deciding factor of whether you hold your rank or maybe you don't. And like I said, I know there are some times where we really can't prevent things from happening like that. But having extra, it'll just make you feel a little bit better at the end of the day. If something were to go awry, you still have an extra. And this is great too, because you want to teach your coaches to do this, right? You want to teach your team, when you have a team, or if you have a team, or if you don't have one now, you will. You want them to build solid businesses. You don't want them to build houses of cards. You don't want them to sign up 80 family members and none of them are working the business. While it's okay in the beginning to really get people involved and start signing people up as coaches, I do understand the reasoning behind that, because you got to get there first. You got to get to diamond first if you want to grow on top of that. But you also don't just want to invite to the discount, and you also don't just want to add people who aren't going to work the business. While you're doing this, you also want to be inviting people who are going to work the business. You also want to be posting about coaching and reaching out to people about coaching. And it's a whole lot easier, I have found, to motivate somebody to coach who's already signed up to be a coach. So if you've got somebody signed up as a challenger and they're in your challenge group and they're getting amazing results, it's going to be a hell of a lot easier for you to encourage them to coach when they don't have to do anything. They don't have to pay $40. They don't have to get it refunded. They're already involved. It's easier to motivate someone to coach when they're already a part of it, when they're already in the team page and they're seeing stuff. So that's one way that you can look at it. But the most important thing is that you're not just offering discounts to people to get coaches, right? You can say, which way do you want to sign up? But as much as you're doing that, you also have to be doing the invites to people who are actually going to work the business if you want a solid business. If you want to just hit diamond and say, woo, I did diamond, I got it, and then like next week you're not diamond, then just invite all people that don't want to work the business. And also, if you're somebody who is building a diamond very, very quickly, use that momentum and do not stop. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. It's easier to hit diamond fast than it is to take your time, because when you take your time, every week or so you'll have one go inactive, and the closer you get to it, the further away you're going to be from it, because you're there and then next week you've got somebody inactive, or you're there and then 2 weeks later you lose an emerald. Like if you just go and just say, I'm going to do it, just go full force and make it happen, and then just continue to use that momentum and keep adding and adding and adding, you're never going to lose it because you're always adding to your team. But like I said, if you take your time and you're like, oh, add one here, add one there, and then next week maybe somebody goes inactive, you're like, oh shit, I'm further away from where I was. Or let's say you signed up 5 coaches like all at the same time. You have to remember, if all 5 of those coaches decide, I don't need my shakes next month, all 5 of those coaches are going to go inactive at the same time. So you need to continue to keep adding every single month, at least 4 to 6 coaches if you don't want to lose what you've built. Does that make sense? Yeah? See head shaking? Yeah? Okay. Let me see if we've got questions. I'll check the questions and then I'll do this really quick. Love it. Momentum. That's what a solid mom looks like. That's funny. I don't think I missed anything. Okay. So moving forward, I said I wanted to keep this quick. I've got 2 minutes because I don't want to keep you guys any longer than 9:30. But moving forward, you want to set your goals high. Okay, there's 6 months left in the year. If you're pushing for diamond, push for higher than that. Go one higher, one more. If you did shift shop, he's like, just one more. Do one more than what you originally planned. Remember, diamond's a mindset, and it's not hard. Every single one of you on this call can go and hit diamond. Every single one of you on this call can go and teach one of your coaches how to hit diamond. That's what I wanted you guys to get out of this. If you're already a diamond, that may have been like, I get it, but flip it around and say, I can now teach this to somebody on my team to help them achieve diamond. In turn, that's going to help you hit 1 star. So everything that you're learning, sometimes it may not be, oh, I don't think I need this for myself, but these are things that you can always teach to the coaches on your team too. You want to build a stable business. So like I said, as much as you want to sign people up just to get people, you also have to be signing people up to work the business, or you're just going to have a business that doesn't have anybody working it, and you're not really going to max out on the earning potential that you could have. You want to have fun. It's important. You want to have fun with what you're doing, your daily to-dos. I know I didn't really talk about this, but I wanted to add this moving forward. Make it fun, because you need to do these things every day. And if you dread them and it's not something that is enjoyable to you, you're not going to do it. So put on your favorite show. I mean, I've been watching Friends on Netflix while I do my messages, or listen to your favorite music station, or I go out to the pool sometimes and just sit in the sun. And I went out there for like 2 hours and got a lot of stuff done today because I like being outside. I like being by the pool. And I had music playing, and I was just like in the moment, and I got no distractions, no dog, nothing, and I got so much done. And it's something that I look forward to. I like going out by the pool. Practice leadership every day. So whether that's in your own for your business, in your team page, in your challenge group, just every morning that you wake up, just know you are a leader. Whether you have one coach or you have none, you have challengers. They look up to you as their leader. So you need to adopt that mindset, and you need to understand that people are looking up to you, and you got to show up to every single day, or else your coaches aren't going to show up either if you don't show up yourself. And this is a quote. I didn't make this quote, but this case, I forgot to put quotes around it. But this was from the Brendon Burchard leadership thingy that I went to at Summit. And he said, never let your mission bow down to your limited human strengths. If you feel like you can't do certain things, don't change your goal because you don't think you can achieve it. Like, don't say, oh my gosh, like 2-star diamond, I can't do that. Let me just say I'm going to be a 1-star. Like, no, if you have a goal, don't ever change your goal because you don't feel like you can achieve it. Just make it happen. Work hard. Do it. You can do it. Raise your ambitions. Get excited about what you're doing. You're changing lives every day. That's awesome. Woo! I should be excited about it. Thanks, babe. And find something to fight for. So whether, I mean, your vision, your mission, that's why I started with that. If you don't have that, you have nothing. You have nothing holding you here. If you don't have a vision or a mission or a reason why you're doing this, or a family to support, I mean, family enough should be something to fight for. And now, I mean, if family's important to you, then that should be enough to keep you here and helping people and changing other people's lives, which is also helping you change your own life. And this last thing I want to explain, because it sounds really bad, but I'm going to explain it because it's I promise you it's not. You have to be desperate. And by being desperate, I do not mean begging people to buy challenge packs from you because you're so desperate for money, or you're so desperate to hit diamond, or you're so desperate to succeed. Don't look at it that way. And this, I'm sure you guys know, I was in the test group for Shift Shop, and every week, Chris still goes live in that page and talks to us. And it was last night or 2 nights ago, he was talking about like being desperate and how he is where he is, and he is as successful as he is because he just was always desperate. So, and the way that he explained it was, if he, like when he was chosen, he was found on YouTube. I don't know how many of you know like his whole story, but his story, if you don't know it, you need to look it up on YouTube. It's like crazy inspirational. But he was discovered on YouTube by Carl Deichler, just because he's had these YouTube videos out there, and Carl happened to be looking. And the moment he got that opportunity to work with Beachbody, he acted like his life depended on it, because it did. It really did. And he did everything he could every single day to show up for the people that he was helping. He said he was going around like, to the people that work in Beachbody, can I get you lunch? Can I get you anything? Can I help you? Like, what can I do for you? He was really acting as if his life depended on it, because it did. And that's how you want to treat your business. Like, you want to add value to people, and you want to share with people, and you want to really give people all of you as if your life depended on it. And when you're doing that, you're going to have a successful business, because people are going to see that you actually do care about them, and you actually are doing things for them. You're giving them a free meal plan, or you're giving them like a friggin' Shakeology recipe. Oh, here, I've got some recipes for you. Let me share them with you. Like, can I do anything for you? How can I help you? You really want to adopt that desperate mindset. Not in like, oh my God, I need to hit Success Club. I need you to buy this from me. But desperate as if, in the way that Chris explained it, like he just really needed this to work. And I could argue that we all really need this to work. We all really need this in our life, and we all have those visions and missions that we want to achieve. So that is all that I have for you tonight. I'm 4 minutes over, but we did start like a little late. So I will check the chat super quick. But if you do have a question, feel free to, I think Copper has a question. Oh, thank you. Oh, okay. Can you sit? My gosh. Yeah, we can make out later, okay? Does anyone have any questions? Stop. It tickles. Okay, let me look really quick. Just all positive things. Yeah, having a servant's heart. That's exactly a better way of saying it, but that's just the word that he chose, so I had to explain. Because at first glance, be desperate sounds like really bad, but if you really like, can you wait? Can you wait? Does anyone have any questions? If you do, just unmute yourself and speak. If not, then get off. Sorry. We're good? You really won't leave me alone. So everyone's going to go out and make their goal happen because you know how to do it now, and you know how to teach your coaches how to do it? Yeah? And we're all going to like go look at our vision and our mission and really hammer down on that and make sure we're connected to it? Yeah?
Yes.
Yes. Oh my God. Thanks, Emmy.
So quiet.
All right. I hope that you guys got some value out of that. And whether it was for your own business or your coaches on your team, that you can teach them something from this call, and that you just stop overcomplicating things. Ow! Scratch me. Ow! You stop
I feel bad. If nobody says,
Ow.
Can you hear me? I'm probably too far away from my Wi-Fi.
Now I hear you.
I just honestly I couldn't let you get off the call without somebody telling you how rock star that call was.
Oh, thank
Like
you.
you just you had so much energy and you were so pumped, and it was like very evident that you were sharing your passion with us. And so I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like this is the first time I've sat down all day in my backyard after I've taken care of my kids all day. So I totally chilled and like enjoyed listening to your chat.
Well, thank you. Well, if you know what would be the best thank you, you could stop.
Do that.
Biggest.
Go do that.
Yeah, go do that. Go hit diamond.
Yes. I agree. I completely
do it.
agree. I feel like it's been long enough for me, and that was a great push, and I feel like I've been getting pushes now for a while, and so I'm happy to have some pushes.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, for sure. I'm kind of a little bit like not in my right mind, and that's why I wasn't gonna chit chat. I just wanted to tell you that I
Well,
love
thank
you.
you.
I love all of you, and it was a fun chat. Thank you
Thank
for
you. I
sharing.
appreciate it. Yeah, and I look forward to seeing you all just go rock your businesses now, since you know how to do it and you know how to teach your coaches how to do it and you know that it's not hard, right? We all can do these things. I'm not a magical unicorn. Like I don't like poop glitter, and I'm not like special at all. I'm just a regular girl who's a college dropout. You know, I have a dog. I'm like a normal person. And if I can do this, and I'm always hot mess express, and if I forget things if I don't write it down, and I hit my head really hard in college, and I just blame that on that all the time. If I can do this, you all can do this. Like, I'm really not special at all. I mean, we're all special, but you know what I mean.
I'm glad you rephrased
I'm
that,
not
because I
any
just
more
had to come
special
on
than
and
all
say,
of you. So.
there you go. Because you did say you weren't special twice, but you are very, very special. So I'm glad that you were able to like self-correct.
There, we're all special, but I'm not any more special than you. So you all can do this. That sounds better. I don't want to like talk bad about myself. Negative self-talk is not a good thing. Don't do that.
You're special and you do poop glitter.
I do poop glitter.
And you do. I mean, look at Emmy. You talked about unicorns, and she's so cute. I mean, she looks like a little unicorn right now. So
I
it's
know,
perfect.
right? I mean, I think the pink hair thing is catching on. I think that might have to be a requirement to be on this.
Mine was purple. It was supposed to be, but just had to match you.
Yeah, I know. Couldn't let me be the only one, right?
I get dreadlocks in my hair because I never brush my hair. Like I just throw it up wet constantly, and I haven't had a haircut in like, I don't know, maybe a year or something. So I have like the most nasty hair. Never mind.
All right. Well, I am going to hop off, and I'm really happy that we had so many of you stay on. I know it's late. I'm sorry. But this was just something that I really wanted to get out there, and I really wanted to just like get in your heads and make it easier for you. So I hope that it helped you. Super excited to see you all crush your goals and just go out there and help people. You've got half a month left to make it happen. If you haven't hit Success Club, you know, you've got time. And remember to teach your coaches to do the same thing, because that's going to help you grow more as a leader. It's going to help your business grow more. It's never about you. It's never just about you. It's always, always, always about the team. And the sooner you adopt that mindset, whether you have 2 coaches on your team or you have like 20 or more, the better and the better of a leader you're going to be. And the coaches on your team are going to understand that you're really in it for the team, and it's not just about you. It's never just about one person. Like, we wouldn't be here if it weren't for all of us. So thank you for being here. Have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys next Monday. I
treating myself to a haircut.
I think it's Carissa next Monday, so we will hear from her. Bye.
Bye.